Yes, yes. Welcome, everybody. Gringo Latino Talks, episode 3. And we are going to be jam-packed with special guests today. Today we got Sneaks Around. We also have Nicole Alvarez Beauty, Last Call Catering, and Tdot Cam. So today, I'm not sure if everybody knows, but today is National Sons Day. So I wanted to shout out myself because I am a son. And I'd like to shout out Mama Ramirez as well, because if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be here today watching me. So shout out to Mama Ramirez. And without further ado, I would like to present our special guests, Camilo and Nora.
Hello there.
Hello,
Hello.
Camilo. Hello, Nora. How are you guys?
Good.
I'm good. I'm very good.
They're perfect. So why I wanted you guys here today is because I wanted to choose a mother and a son duo who I admire. So I met you guys recently, but I wanted you guys to tell the people what you guys been up to and what you guys are doing. So Camila, I want you to start, if you don't mind, if you're ready for it.
Oh, no problem.
Are you ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who is Norah the Explorer?
Nora the Explorer is the fun side of an already fun mom, but it makes her even more fun. I know I've said that word a lot, but I feel like it seems like a really fun idea to just hike all the time. And I feel like Nora the Explorer isn't my mom. It's like her alter ego. It's like,
So what you're what you're wearing right now is Sneaks Around,
oh, yes.
which is a company who takes people on hikes and shows people. You want to expand on what Sneaks Around is?
Sneaks Around is a business that has been started by my dearest mother. But it's not just the business. It's a group of people who like to have fun and go on hikes and really just explore the world that we live in.
Perfect. So this is Nora, and this is her son, Camilo.
This is my little one.
And Nora, tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us about Camilo, whatever you want to share with the people.
Like Camilo said, my name is Nora, and if you find me on Instagram as Nora the Explorer, the name just suited myself just because of the fact that I'm always exploring, trying to find new places, trying to show people new places. My son here, he's my teenager, my pride and joy. He's actually my greatest support system. He's the one that I come home and complain to when things haven't gone right, and he makes me laugh by the end of the night.
And what kind of jokes do you tell your mom, Camilo?
Oh, I tell silly jokes. I tell very preposterous jokes.
Do you think about them all day and then you just have them ready when you get home?
Oh, yeah. I think when I'm at school and I finish all my work because I'm just so smart, I think, okay, well, what joke am I going to tell my mother today to make her night better?
But I will say that the funniest is when he's actually just winging it, when he's just his natural
Like right
self.
now. Like
exactly.
right now.
Yeah.
9:03 p.m. in Toronto. Okay, perfect. And Nora, tell us when did Sneaks Around start? Like, how did the idea come about?
The idea came about when my really good friend Elvis and we were all constantly hiking, and every time we were hiking, he would get bombarded with messages and I would get bombarded with messages of, where is this place? How did you guys find it? How can we get there? And then I told him one day, I said, listen, we're constantly being messaged about information about the places that we go to. Why don't we actually start something where we help people with directions, with the prices, with how difficult the hike would be, which ones would be good for kids, which one would be good for adults only, so forth. And that's kind of how it started.
There you go. So that's it's crazy how you started something you like and it was just like a hobby and now it's expanded into a business, and it's great how you guys. So it's not only for adults as well. You plan to take kids on hikes as well, right?
Absolutely. I've sorry. Absolutely. Everybody's invited. And there's people that message me and say, hey, I want to do a hike with my kids. It can't be too difficult. So, of course, kids are invited. I've taken Camilo. We're starting to take our dog as well. So there's also going to be hikes where you could take your pups with you and so forth.
Perfect. And Camilo, do you consider yourself a professional hiker?
Not in the slightest. There's a video. No one will ever find it. No one will ever find this video. But I'll
Okay.
give you a little description to have the taste. I was stuck on one rock that we were on a hike. We went with my uncle and my dog. My mom knows the story very well.
Okay.
Where I was stuck on one rock trying to get up for almost 2 minutes, where my leg was just stuck there.
More like 5 minutes.
More like 5 minutes. And I couldn't move, and I tried so desperately. And finally I did it. And then a little bit later I fell.
He's trying.
So
He's
has the
learning.
video been deleted or you're keeping
Oh,
it?
no,
in
I
your
have
archives?
it. I have
We
it.
have it,
I
but
have a
nobody
whole
will-
bunch of videos.
Are you going to play it at your wedding or no?
I might.
Nobody will ever find it.
Claudia, we have a question in the chat.
We sure do. We have a question from Beauty Cake 2021 who's asking, how old are you, Camilo?
Oh, I'm 13. The
You're
year
13, but you seem so much more mature for your age. So how old are you really, like, in your mind?
How
Well,
old are
I-
you in the flesh and how old are you in the mind?
in the flesh, as
13.
I've said, I'm 13, and
Okay.
in the mind, I'm 13. I'm very smart, as I once said.
The pause killed me. Okay, so Sneaks Around. Do you guys, even though it's a company, do you guys consider it a movement?
Absolutely. I've always said it's more than just a brand, it's a movement. We want people to get out there and love Ontario, love the world, step outside from the normal, let's stay home and watch TV. And it's a movement because from all the people that we've taken hiking, the feedback that we get, some people have said it's life changing. Some people have said it was the best day that they had the entire summer. So to be able to get people to connect with nature again, that's the ultimate goal for sure.
Perfect, perfect. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Cafe con Meli, Six Reyes, Drew Cuts, Beauty Cake, Claudia, Andrea Mejia. Thank you for joining. Tdot. Who else we have here? Peter T, Catalina, a bunch of people in the chat talking. Thank you so much for joining us. Six Reyes Podcast, who they have their own podcast as well, Camilo. They're saying that you should start your own podcast. So
Yeah.
if you want, I'll just leave right now. You can take over. Like, it's totally up to you.
Oh, but I just love your company.
Oh,
so
okay,
much.
perfect. Thank you. I was hoping you wouldn't take my job.
Mm.
Okay, Camila. So what's fun to you other than hiking? People want to know what does Camilo do like on a regular day?
What is something that I do?
Yeah.
Well, when I don't have school and I
Okay.
get to relax at home.
Are you saying that because your mom's here, or you this is like for real?
Oh, it's just what happens. You got
Sure.
school, you finish school, and then you come home and you say, in my mind, what are you gonna do? And it's a variety of fun things, but the main
Love it.
goal is creating things. I love to create characters. I love to create stories. I love to create even songs. They may not be always good, but they are new.
In the shower, they
creations.
sound great.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
the booming echo in the showers, fantastic. I just love to create things.
There you
It's
go.
really
There you
fun.
go. And is it true that you're aspiring to be a director sometime in the future?
I am, yeah. I want to be a very, very successful director, but it's less about. I just said I wanted to be successful. Everybody does in life, but that's not my main goal. I want to make pieces of like art, movies, TV shows. It can even be like a book that can really not change somebody, but something that somebody can love so much. I have so many things that I love. I love specific video games, and to have somebody love your creation to the point where they will buy things and put it on their wall and put it on their bookshelves, it seems amazing that somebody would like your work to like that extent.
So you're trying to leave a legacy, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Perfect, perfect. And Nora, what do you think about all this?
There's nobody else that I feel that is more capable of reaching their goals than he is. He
Perfect.
is so much smarter, brighter, and so much more confident than I was at his age. So I can only imagine what he'll achieve when he's older and he can actually really pursue it. So I'm excited for his future in every single way possible.
Perfect, perfect. Also, you guys have another project called Kicks for Kids, which we've been involved with a couple last months. And let's want to tell the people what Kicks for Kids is about.
Kicks for Kids is an initiative where basically we're raising money to help kids get the funds that they need to go back to school. And this includes as well shoes, backpacks, clothing, so forth. It's a group of entrepreneurs coming together to make their efforts to help out in the community of Toronto.
Perfect, perfect. And Camilo, what's your take on what Kicks for Kids is?
I think Kicks for Kids is a really, really good thing that my mom did. And you can take my word. She's my mother. I live with her. She put in a lot of effort just to make these kids happy. And I would see her working, and I just think that's like amazing that she's putting so much effort to help people, specifically kids that are a little bit younger than me, possibly around the same age. I don't know the biggest specifics, but what I know is that she put in a lot of effort to help people, and that's awesome.
Amen, amen. And were you surprised, or did you know your mom was going to hit that goal of $10,000 for these kids?
Oh, yeah. My mom, when she thinks that she's going to do something, she hits the ground running. She's awesome.
Shoot. Guys, this is not scripted. This is just
is
like
not
Camilo
scripted.
talking, if you're wondering. We got some comments in the chat. Camilo for president or prime minister, whatever you
You know
prefer.
what? We used to live in a building, and the people living at the building actually, he was smaller. They would call him the 9-year-old president because they would say he was going to become the president by 9 years old.
I love it. I love it. And Camilo, like, obviously your mother inspires you. Who else inspires you?
Well, that's a tough question because the people who I've met in my life have mainly been family and friends. But if I were to pick anybody else that inspires me, I would pick maybe my grandma. My grandma, she works very hard and she always hits work right on time. She always comes back and she spends her night where she could do anything with the money that she gets from her work, spending her time with us, with her family.
Amen. And who cooks better, your grandma or your grandpa?
Everyone knows
It was a trap. It was a trap. Don't answer that.
Oh, no, he says it. He will literally say, my papa.
I heard you guys make like a bomb arroz con leche. Is that true?
Oh, that's grandma.
That's grandma.
Definitely
that's
grandma.
grandma.
Huh?
But his favorite food in the world is my dad's breakfast.
Oh, I heard about that too.
What's
It's
the
like-
breakfast?
It is, and I'll say it in my traditional way. Arepa con bacon y huevo. It's,
That sounds like a rap.
oh yeah, it's so good.
Are you gonna freestyle like the menu or?
I wish I could, but I really have no music talent.
He knows his lane. He knows his lane, guys. Guys, do you have any questions for Camilo, the 13-year-old president? Let us know. Thank you to everybody live in the chat. We got some comments here. Camilo's got good flow, form of speech, very engaging and articulate.
Oh wow, thank you.
This is Camilo's interview now. He took over.
Oh no, I could never upstage you. I mean,
No, that's fine. I'm totally for it. It's
Oh,
all
yeah.
good, brother. So going back to you wanting to be a director. I heard that you critique movies. Is that true? Or is that like...
well, it's not that I critique them. It's just if I see a bad movie, I might
That is critiquing, sir.
make fun of it.
Okay, so give me an example, like a mess up you saw and you're like, bruh.
You've probably heard of the internet sensation Logan Paul.
Yep.
One of my friends came over and I wanted to watch something that I'd heard he'd made, a movie. This YouTuber who has no talent in the film industry wanted to make a movie. And he named it Airplane Mode. So I thought, you know what? I can't instantly call it a train wreck. I need to watch it. And
You need the evidence.
I need the evidence.
Okay.
So I watched it, and I have never in my life wanted to turn off the TV and go touch grass in my life. It was horrendous. And the only thing keeping me sane was making fun of it with my friend so much.
So what was the one thing that stands out that you'll never forget? That like when the train hit, where was the train hit? Like the impact? What part of the movie?
Logan Paul screamed 18 times in the first 2 minutes. First 2 minutes, I already knew this was not going to be a good experience.
There you have it, folks. Don't watch, what's it called?
Airplane Mode.
Airplane Mode by Logan Paul. And before I forget, Jonah, if we could show them our shirt. This is a brand new Sneaks Around drop
Yep.
called Be Real.
That was designed by Elvis.
Gotta stand up a little bit. Designed by Elvis. You want to tell the people about this shirt and what it stands
So actually, that comes from inspiration from Mike Tyson. I don't know the story too well, but basically, Mike Tyson used to go into his fights and wear a Be Real shirt. So then Elvis, he sends me he just has these moments of inspiration and he'll just send me his ideas. And I said, yeah, let's do it. So the great thing about the shirt is that it says Be Real. Under over here, it says Sneaks, and it's also reflective. So try to make it a little different. We're trying to get a little bit more creative with our brand. And it's all also geared towards fitness and the outdoors.
for? Okay, perfect. Another question for you, Nora. In recent time, you've been looked at as a leader in the community. Can you describe that process? Because you went from just, I want to go on my hikes, me and my friend, me and my son,
Yeah.
to like the leader of hikes. So in your eyes, can you explain that process to the people?
That was actually a very humbling experience. I was very comfortable inside of my little box, which was just hiking and blogging the hikes, and then stepping out of my comfort zone to actually hike with groups of 20 to 25 people, making sure everybody was okay, making sure everybody was happy, make sure nobody got hurt. It really took me out of my element. It got me learning to deal with all sorts of levels when it comes to the hikeness fitness. It also taught me to listen to others, to slow down. Like the first hikes, I think I was just like gone. Everybody, everybody else was behind.
You're like Flash.
Yeah, and now it's more, it taught me to wait around, to be inclusive, and I'm super, super excited and happy that I was able to hike with the group of people that I did because they were understanding and I learned from every single one of them.
Perfect. What's the most challenging hike you'd say you've done?
I guess I'm trying to think the most challenging. As of now, I probably would say Sleeping Giant, just because it's a 32-kilometer hike and most of it is climbing.
I can't even drive that far.
And most of it is climbing. It's the second or the third highest peak in Ontario. It's located in Thunder Bay.
So it's 35 kilometers there and back, or total?
No, altogether.
Okay.
Altogether.
So you do like a circle?
You walk there, you walk up to the peak, and then you walk back. So it's there and back. Other than that, if you want to go a little bit closer to Toronto, because that one's about 15 hours from Toronto. So if you want to go closer to Toronto, I would probably say Killarney if you do the crack. It's a lot of climbing. It's steep. It's fun. It gets your heartbeat going.
Perfect. And we have a question in chat. How do people sign up for the hikes?
You can message us at Sneaks Around, and it's on Instagram. And if you message us on Sneaks Around, we will add you to our group chat, where the group chat is always constantly updated and new hikes coming up and so forth.
So that is SNKZ Around.
SNKZ Around
on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Perfect. Claudia, we have a question in the chat.
Yes, we do. Tdot Cam wants to know, have you ever seen a bear hiking or any dangerous animal or anything interesting along your hikes?
We've seen bears, deers, coyotes, moose, but it wasn't, these animals are usually more scared of you than you are of them. The only time that I would say that you really have to freak out is if you see a cub, because mama bear's not going to be far away.
There you go. And what is the future goals of Sneaks Around and this movement and Kicks for Kids and everything?
For Kicks for Kids, it's just to be able to help more kids. You know what I mean? Like this year we did 10,000. We've been talking about possibly doubling that for next summer. So being able to reach out to more and more kids and also provide fitness classes to these children as well. For Sneaks Around, right now I'm very focused in Ontario. So I'm trying to discover Ontario as best as I can. But the main goal for Sneaks Around is for it to be global. So that if you're going to Thailand, you're going to know all the greatest hiking spots in Thailand. If you're going to go to Argentina, you'll know where to hike in Argentina. So it's basically globally knowing where to hike and how it's going to be.
Camilo, which country are we going to first? Or top three, other than Canada. Where would we go? Where would you take us?
I'd say I've wanted to go to Thailand with my mom for a little bit. Monkeys, so many, so beautiful, majestic creatures. I would love to see a monkey steal my glasses. That would be fun.
So you wouldn't be upset?
No, I would be upset, but in my mind, I would think, a monkey stole my glasses.
What a story to tell.
What a story to tell. A monkey stole my glasses.
Okay, so number one, Thailand. Another two?
Colombia. I remember when I went there, I complained every minute of the way. Mosquitoes ate me, and the food was not cheeseburgers.
What was it?
Colombian food.
There you go. And number three, what would be the third country?
Let me think. Number three. Well, in Africa, there's obviously countries in Africa, but Uganda. I was looking with my friends, and they have a giant gorilla and monkey place that I would love to go to.
Obviously, he likes monkeys.
I
guys.
love monkeys. Majestic creatures.
Did you Google that word before you got here? Or?
No,
No.
I just like saying it. It's so fun.
He really does.
Perfect. Claudia, we have a question in chat.
Yes, we do. We have, this question is for Nora, actually. So Nora, girl, you're an inspiration. Clearly, you know how to multitask. You're a manager. You're the CEO of your own company. You're an organizer. You've organized different soccer games throughout the summer, as well as tournaments at the end. How do you manage all this?
A lot of organizational skills. I love to write everything down. I'm constantly writing everything down by the minute. Like, I'm literally Googling, how long does it take me from my house to the studio? How long is it going to take me from the studio to my house? So everything is timed perfectly so that I can make it on time all the time. I even did that for you, didn't I? I was like, listen, I'm going to start planning your month.
So Nora said she was gonna, and then today you're like, oh, I'm gonna come to the work, and I'm like, no, you're not.
I was gonna work. Okay, so in my mind today, I was going to work out for half an hour, go home, shower for 15 minutes, dress for 10. Like that's how my mind
And I'm
works.
like, you can skip today. It's fine. Camilo, any final thoughts? Something you want to leave with the audience? Can they follow you? Are they allowed to follow him? What's Camilo got planned?
Well, what do I have got planned? I would, as I've mentioned, love to be a film director. Recently, since I am in grade 8 and soon I will be going to high school, my goal has been to go to Etobicoke School of the Arts. So I think where I'm heading to, if everything aligns right, which I'm sure it will, is to go to ESA and, learn things.
Perfect. So you're gonna take my job, and you're gonna take Tdot's job as well.
He's gonna take over the world.
I wouldn't mind.
Possibly.
And Nora, what's the future plans for you and Cakes for Kids, Sneaks Around, everything?
Cakes for Kids, definitely, like I said, to make sure that we reach more kids, and for Sneaks Around, for us to go global. And I literally want to see people all over the world wearing our hoodies because, like I said, it's more than a brand, it's a movement. You're wearing one of our hoodies. You're saying that you love the outdoors, that you care about the outdoors, and you've connected with nature.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we're going to go to a commercial break. Thank you so much. Thank you, Camilo. Thank you, Nora. You guys can follow them at Sneaks Around on Instagram, and you guys can stay tuned for future hikes. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Yes, and we're back. And now we got another special guest, Peter, and he owns a company called Last Call Catering. So we have some delicious food that I had to hide from the rest of our guests because it almost didn't make it to the segment.
I know it was a close one.
It was a close one. Without further ado, this is Peter from Last Call Catering. Peter, how are you today?
Good. I'm doing awesome. Thank you so much for having me on. I love being here. It's great.
Perfect. And tell us a little bit of how this came out, because you don't just do catering, you do other things as well, correct?
Yeah, I'm a firefighter. I've been a firefighter for about 15 years now. And I've always loved cooking. And just kind of, at the station, we always do meals, and that's kind of how the passion. There's a lot of great firefighters a lot of good firefighters that are great cooks.
Mm-hmm.
And I just
the
kinda,
mic a little closer.
sorry, and I just kind of picked up on that, and then I brought in a lot of my own background, Spanish, so I have a lot of great foods that I brought in, and that's kind of developed from there. And then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna give this a go.
So at the station, you get stuck cooking all the time, or how does that work?
No, we all take turns cooking, and it goes from there.
So I don't think I told you this, but I actually did. I did the Seneca firefighting program.
Oh, nice.
But I did it when I was like super young, and
Nice.
I looked younger than I look now. So
How'd you like it?
I liked it. I loved
Yeah.
it. But at the time, my professors and like the other people that were much older than me said, "Listen, it's great you're doing this, but you're gonna have to maybe wait a couple years. You know, you're only 20.
Oh,
It'd be super hard. It's already hard to get a job, so it's like it'd
Yeah.
be even harder, right? But I did do co-op at the mechanical station at Weston and Finch.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
So I got the vibe of the whole like firefighter, like family. Even there, that we would go grocery shopping together,
Yeah.
take turns cooking, stuff like that.
Yeah, meals are a huge thing of the fire department. Like we all sit together, we all eat together, we all talk like shit about each other's food. like it's good. Oh yeah, long memories. So not every meal I made was a hit.
Yeah.
So the ones that weren't, they still let me know about it.
Okay, perfect. And what would be your like favorite dish to make, or like?
My favorite dish to make is the Cubano sandwiches. I love Cuba. I've been going there for years, and then I think it was in Miami where I actually had like a really, really like one that just blew my mind. I'm like, I have to learn how to make this. And then when I went back to Cuba, met some people down there and started getting pointers on how they do it and all that stuff. And I have like a roasting box that's a Cuban style roasting box. So I do it a little bit different than the traditional method. But yeah, Cubano sandwiches are probably hands down.
And you're not Cuban though, right?
No.
Where
I
you
was
from?
born in Canada. My mom's from Uruguay. My dad's from Peru.
Oh, okay, so you're big on barbecue then, for sure.
Love barbecue. Yeah.
And plus, you got the Peruvian cuisine, which is
which is a ceviche. So the ceviche I make is Peruvian style ceviche, which is there's so many different styles of ceviche going around. Like there's like Mexican. Everyone has their own kind of style. Peruvian tends to be more like a simpler version with just the fish and the cilantro and the limes. So that's the way I kind of grew up on. That's the way I make it.
By the way, it's not barbecue. It's asado.
Thank you.
Asado. Say it properly.
Well, technically, he'd be big on barbecue if he's big on asado.
Yeah, but you gotta say asado. The proper way of saying it is asado.
I'm not one to
Okay,
correct. I'm not gonna correct
even
the
though
host.
Jonas is not Uruguayan or Argentinian,
Yeah,
asado,
but some of my
señor.
close
Yeah.
friends, my
Perdone.
best friends are from,
Can we rewind the live stream? Sorry.
Bye.
How can people order the food? Do you deliver?
No. So what I do is I have a catering option. So if someone is hosting a party, they'll call me up. They'll book me, and I'll come down. I bring all my grills with me. Grills, not grills. I bring all my grills with me, and then I do everything. I cook on site, and I can do anything from a whole roasted pig up to 100-pound pig. I can do sandwiches, ceviche, po' boys, which is another one of my favorite sandwiches. It's a New Orleans style sandwich. And
And you also provide like drinks, right? Like a
correct,
barista style as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
I ended up doing like a tiki bar side like add on to the catering, just because I love tiki bars. When I was in New Orleans, where we started getting to the whole tiki bar thing, and they're just fun. They're just fun drinks. I'm like, how can I incorporate this into the business? And then I ended up getting the tiki bar made, like a portable little mobile tiki bar, and then. Yeah, I just got into tiki bars, and it just pairs nicely with a pork. A lot of rum-based drinks, and yeah.
Perfect. I just want to show the guest here our little gift from Bittersweet Designs.
Yeah, that is
If
awesome.
you can put my camera on here, Jonah, for a second. We got these little toppers that you can put on your either sandwiches.
I know, I'm going to order a bunch of them. They're really
Good.
cool. I like it.
You can put them on your sandwiches. We put them on their cakes last time. We also got my little character here as well. So Bittersweet Designs, thank you for that. And you can order those from them. Perfect, Peter. And what is like the hardest dish you said you've ever made? Would you say?
The most frustrating dish for me was the chimichurri. When I'm very picky on how I like the chimichurri, and I remember going to different Uruguayan people about how they make it, and I'm like, I got to try to making it at home. It's a very simple, basic recipe. It's nothing crazy, but it just took me like almost like 42, 43 tries. Like I have a recipe book, like just writing like no.
Before you said like, okay, this is it.
This one's too salty, no. So the one that I kind of went with is like chimichurri number of like 40 something.
Oh shoot, that's how long it took.
Yeah, that's my most frustrating one.
And we got a question from Café con Melis. What inspired you to cook?
I love stories. I love like hearing people talk. There's talk about everything, and so when I started doing the catering thing, I really fell in love with people just coming up and asking me questions, and I ask them questions, and I love the communication and love being around a dinner table, around a table with food. It always inspires conversations, and that to me is probably the biggest driving thing behind my business. I just love the food, that it inspires the conversations.
And what would you like? It's funny because when I have friends who like own a restaurant or whatever, and they're in the food business, or even like construction friends. They'll go and they'll be like, "Oh, this wasn't touched right," or "This was it."
Yeah.
Do you critique other restaurants when you go out?
No,
Or?
unless it's like really, really bad. Because like, but I'm usually like I know how hard it is. Like when they're really busy and they're slammed. But if it's something really bad, I'll be like, yeah, I probably wouldn't say nothing about it. Probably won't go back.
And what restaurant do you go to? Like, what's your two questions? What's your like, okay, I'm feeling bougie, nice meal kind of thing?
Gotcha.
And what's your like, okay, quick but like bang for your buck kind of restaurant?
Quick bang for my buck would have to probably be a restaurant in Burlington. It's like a taco place. It's really it's really small. It's on Brand Street. I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank on the name. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
But it's an awesome like taco place. Really, really good. And but if it's bougie and fancy, you know what? I'm pretty open with, like, I'm not committed to one restaurant. Like, yeah, I'm pretty floozy that way. I'll let go.
You'll go just try something new.
Yeah, I'll go try something new. Probably generally 90% of the time.
Okay, and is there a dish you still want to learn how to cook, or?
Asian dishes. I love it, and I can follow a recipe. I can have someone talk to me about it, but I still can't get it exactly right. So, Asian dishes like Thai food, Cantonese style dishes. That would probably be one of the biggest things where I would love to be able to do that like flawlessly. And it's not gonna lie, it's a pain in the ass to learn.
So a question aside, let's pretend we're off camera for a second.
Right,
First of all, you're a firefighter.
Yes.
Okay. Second, you're basically a chef. You know how to cook. You know how to do all these things.
Yeah.
Does both careers help with the ladies?
It doesn't hurt.
That's the right answer.
I don't drop the cooking card or the firefighting card, but it does not hurt.
Claudia, we have a question in the chat.
Yeah, so you were mentioning how you're half Uruguayan, half Peruvian, right? So a lot of times when people are half, like one of their parents is from one country and the other one is from another, they tend to be influenced or lean towards one or the other. So would you say you were more like Uruguayo or more like Peruano?
Oh, that's a good question. You're gonna upset like half my family right now.
You're about to get unfollowed.
Yeah, I'm gonna be okay, no matter how I answer this one, someone's gonna get upset. But I'm gonna say predominantly, I would say Peruvian would be the bigger influence on my cooking. Yeah, I think that would be the Uruguayan for the asado. It was where we kind of always had that. But I just fell in love with the Peruvian. There's the variety of Peruvian dishes, and the Peruvian restaurants in the city are amazing. So
it's I watched a YouTube documentary a while ago, and it was saying that Peruvian cuisine is one of the most respected in like the world, and even by like chefs from all over the world, not just South American or wherever. And they said it was because of the Latin and Asian influence, and it's also got some African influence, if I'm not mistaken. Or
I'm not sure about the African, but I know there's a big like Japanese influence in the ceviche, kind of like the sushi thing. The lomo saltado, which is one of the iconic Peruvian dishes, is almost like a stir fry, soya sauce based kind of marinade. So there's a lot of Asian influence in the Peruvian cooking, and I'm not sure about the African you said, but yeah. So that I don't know, but definitely an Asian influence in a lot of the Peruvian cooking.
Okay, wicked. And another question, if you don't want to answer this, it's fine. You might get some more unfollows. Or we're trying to get you followers here, but I want this answered by a chef. Who makes the best empanadas? What country?
Oh shit! All right. I love you.
Or what's your top three?
I'm
Let's
gonna
say.
say I love you, Mom, but it's not Uruguay. Uruguayans Uruguayans are as good empanadas, but I'm gonna have to say Colombian probably make the best empanadas.
Don't feel obligated with the colors here.
No. I'm not saying it's the Colombian, but no, honestly, like the empanadas that they make is I think it's fuller. I'm not a big fan of olives.
Yeah, it also depends on what you're into, like fried or baked.
I like baked. The Uruguayan ones, I think the dough is a little more flakier, and I like it a bit more denser. Yeah, and I think the Colombian ones.
Yeah, I think the ají on the Colombian ones is a nice touch.
Yeah,
but sometimes I'm in the mood for baked, like Argentinian or Chileno ones. Like they're good too. Even the cheese ones from Ecuador, they're good as well.
Yeah, Ecuador probably not my favorite either, but sorry.
No worries. And is there a chef?
I'm gonna have one follower just.
Is there a chef out there that inspires you?
Yeah, there's a couple of them. I really like Anthony Bourdain. I know he passed away, but his approach to food was amazing. It was very like non-pretentious, just mostly more about the stories. So any of his shows were kind of the same thing about the stories. So he's a great one. I like. Who's a good chef? I think he probably the one that I follow the most will be Anthony Bourdain. More for his cooking, but even more so for the way he approaches food in general. Like I just love the way he approaches the whole concept of eating and being together and the stories behind the food.
I feel like there's so much passion when it comes to like cooking.
Oh, there's a ton of passion, and it's like, and it could be frustrating. It could be like really like rewarding, and then I'd be like, what am I doing? Like what? Like I'm not gonna serve this at all. It's a whole range of emotions with the cooking thing, and it's amazing. It's for me it's a huge thing, and I love it.
And what do you cook like around Christmas? Like what's your go-to like every Christmas? You guys you change it up, or you have like a go-to?
I think I had the most requests for my turkey.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I know, and it's not really the Spanish, but I make a pretty good turkey, and I think even better than that, it's the turkey soup afterwards. Like I just make an awesome turkey soup, so that's kids are always excited when I do the turkey soup.
Okay, guys, you heard it here first. We're all going to Peter's house.
Yes,
for,
come on down.
Christmas dinner.
Yeah, and bring stories. Bring stories. I don't want money. Bring stories.
There you go. And we have a general question: sweet or salty? What do you prefer?
Salty.
Salty?
Yeah, salty. Sweet you can only do so much of it, but salty.
Yeah, I feel like that too.
Yeah, sweet can be like you do like one super sweet thing, like cheesecake. I love cheesecake, but I can only do one slice.
Yeah,
but fries, holy crap! Yeah, fries. I can eat a ton of fries.
There you go. And what is the most exotic dish you said you would make? Or you have made?
The most exotic dish that I've made would probably have to be the po' boy sandwiches. The po' boy sandwiches, which is basically like deep fried shrimp and oysters with like a Cajun spice with like the tomatoes, lettuce on like French bread. So it's a lot of process to it because a lot of deep fry, but it is so good.
Do you make turkeys to deliver? Someone's asking in the chat.
I don't make turkeys to deliver, but you're more than welcome to come to my place.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Perfect. Anything else you want to add to to let the people know where they can follow you, how they can contact you?
Yeah. So I have a website. It's lastcallcatering.com. I'm on Instagram, Twitter. I'm on all the ones. I think I'm on Snapchat too. So I'm on Snapchat. yeah. I'm not really up on Snapchat, but yeah, I'm on all of the Facebook, all that. So if you want to book me for any events, give me a call, and I'll definitely come down. We can talk about a menu, and love to cook
Ladies,
for you
for
guys.
all your bachelorette parties, you got a barista and a chef here and a firefighter.
Done.
So you can't get better than that. I'm gonna humbly say you can call him instead of me, and that's totally fine.
You're totally covered.
I mean, if you need an assistant, let me know.
Oh, dude, of course, hands down.
There you go, Peter. Thank you so much. Appreciate you here coming today.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it so much. And yeah, we're here. We have got some wonderful food that we're gonna have after the show.
Yes.
And yeah, for Christmas, I guess we'll do your house.
I'm in. Come on down. The more
All
the
right.
merrier.
Perfect. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break again. Next up, we got Tdot Cam and Twisted Beauty, Nicole Alvarez makeup. So stay tuned. Does your life sound like that? Totally. Your real estate process doesn't have to. Call me, Andres Ramirez, for the smoothest real estate transaction. What if I told you that you could own the second largest pool in Latin America? Imagine what your family's gonna say when you tell them all of this is theirs. Whether it's a villa, duplex, house, or condo, Playa Blanca has numerous properties that will suit your needs. Playa Blanca is located in Panama, 10 minutes away from an international airport and 5 minutes away from 2 outstanding golf courses. And of course, 1 minute away from the second largest pool of Latin America. A property in this gated community can be yours for only a third of the price of a condo in Toronto. Playa Blanca Beach Residencies is your opportunity to capture a small piece of property in paradise. Find your home away from home in Panama. For more information on Playa Blanca, feel free to contact me. Yes, and we're back. How did you guys chat in the chat? Let me know how you guys felt about those commercials. Something we put together last minute. I got my Phoenix family in the building tonight. If you guys can talk close to the mics, we got Tdot Cam.
Oh.
We're live.
Oh,
Man, we're live.
And the heartbeat starts going.
Dun, 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 dun. Nicole Alvarez Beauty right here.
Hello,
And
hello.
Tdot Cam.
What's up? What's up?
What's going on, guys? How you guys feeling?
Nervous.
A little nervous is fine. I'm a little nervous
A little
too.
bit.
That's fine. So we'll start with Tdot.
Oh, God.
Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Who is Tdot Cam?
This guy, I feel like Nardor now. Who is Tdot Cam? Photographer, director based in Toronto. Trying to do good things for the city.
Perfect. And Nicole, who is Nicole Alvarez Beauty?
I am a makeup artist based out of Toronto, also business owner. I guess
That's pretty much it.
pretty much it.
Okay, and how did this duo come about with you guys working on like video shoots and everything? How'd you guys meet? Tell me about working with each other. What do you guys want to share?
So we've known each other, I think, 5 years, we were saying.
Yeah.
We were like calculating how long we've known each other, like 5 years almost. We started working together. I think he hit me up. He was doing photography, and I was like, yo, let me help you with like your posts and stuff. And he would like I would give each other advice. And then I started working with him on shoots. And then ever
That's
since
so true.
then.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Because what people don't know is like when I do my photo shoots, I like all my photos, but sometimes you need to be extra picky. So Nicole would be that girl. I'd be like, hey, out of these photos, which one would you pick? And she'd be like, oh, I like this one, but yo, can you edit it this way? Because
Yeah.
I'm colorblind, so she would help me with
I
my
would
colors.
give him like tips and tricks or like tips on like, oh, tweak this, edit this, just to make it a little better. And then yeah, he started like confiding in me and his edits and stuff. And then we started working on shoots together. And then ever since then, it's just been all the time.
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
So Beauty Cake 2021 says, you look beautiful, ... both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's Beauty Cake?
Tdot, you said that before I finished. So how did you
I-
know she was?
It's the tequila. It's the tequila that I didn't have
Talking
today.
to both of us.
Okay, so describe like what it's been like working like obviously you guys mostly together, but like in the whole Phoenix squad, Nicole.
Phoenix has been amazing. It's been a whole journey with you guys. Like we've been doing so much. But I've been there since not since the start of you guys, but pretty much when you guys kind of started your journey even bigger. But just the journey so far, just experienced all of these things with you guys. We've been growing as a company, and like it's fun. So sometimes it doesn't even feel like work, but when we do work, we all know what we're doing together as a team.
This is how we usually are, guys. Not just for the camera, but we are pretty. They're a little uptight, but they'll loosen up. I got a question for you guys to loosen up. Who loves food more, Tdot or Nicole?
I don't even need to answer that.
I don't know, Nicole.
If you look at food in the dictionary, you'll see my name beside it.
Tdot, yeah. Tdot's definitely.
Especially we're talking nachos here.
I definitely eat out more, but Tdot.
I think Tdot likes nachos more, but Nicole likes sushi more.
I like everything. I like I'm more pescatarian. I don't eat meat, but
Yeah, me
Tdot eat. No, you're not. Fuck you. This guy eats everything.
All right, perfect. And have you two ever clashed?
No, I don't think we have ever.
No.
We sometimes have to like prep talk ourselves to be like on point with things because we be like too in sync with shit.
No, we've actually no. I don't
we've
think
never
we've ever
clashed.
clashed.
You guys are both very like calm for the most part, I guess you could say. Especially Tdot. Tdot's like super calm.
Tdot's neutral, cool. He's chill. So am I.
I'm like Nicole. Like me and Nicole, we're
Like-
kind of more similar, like more
Yeah.
feisty, and then Tdot's just like.
He's just like chill dude.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I'm very balanced. I
Yeah.
don't know. I can be very angry.
He can.
I don't like to show that side of me.
Only when he's serious.
Question for Nicole: what inspired her to start in the beauty industry?
In high school, actually, I was in cosmetology, and my teacher was kind of pushing me for my skills. She saw that my skills being good in makeup, and I pursued it in college. And then from college, I pursued my business after being a makeup artist for I've been a makeup artist for almost 9 years now. And it's been a journey. And then throughout that, I opened my store location too. And
Where's your store located?
so I own a beauty bar with my business partner Joa. We are a Latina owned beauty bar. It's by Dundas and Islington main intersection. But we offer all different beauty services. Pretty much everything one stop shop, but we're Latina owned, so we speak Spanish too. So that's the big advantage that we have.
Perfect. Can Tdot get a job there, or you guys hiring?
Tdot could come for services. I don't know about hiring. This guy's busy.
I actually asked. I'm like, yo, can you do some
I
wonders
told
on
him
me?
I got him if he wants to come in.
What wonders do you want done?
No, as long as I lose like 50 pounds when I come out. So
I'm dead. We can work on that.
Okay, so friendship and business. So obviously we're friends here, and we're all involved in business as well.
Yes, we're all amigos.
What is the number one advice you'd give to people about friends and business?
I feel like it's fun working with friends in business. I mean, even myself with my business, I'm friends with my business partner. So it helps having a team that is really like always on point with each other. Like when someone's lacking something, you can feed off each other, and it just makes the job fun too.
I think what's really important when you're doing business with friends is as long as you could separate personal friendship and business.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you do business with friends, they think just because we're cool, they could get away with certain
Yeah.
things. And when it's about business, people like to get comfortable when we're friends. So I like to keep everything professional as we can.
That's the
Perfect.
biggest role I find, keeping it professional.
There you go. Nicole, we have a question for you from the chat. Cafe con Melis is asking, who's your favorite makeup artist?
My favorite makeup artist, Makeup by Mario. He's the one that does Kim Kardashian's makeup. I've done his classes, and he works on a lot of runways. Big inspiration for me.
You went to this class?
I went to his class he hosted a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
He had
Okay,
a-
perfect. And do your families support your creativity?
My family's super supportive. Honestly, like if I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for my family. My parents definitely biggest supporters. They help me have my own studio in my basement. From there, I expanded, got my own location, and I am where I am today.
What about you, Tdot?
For me, well, with the photography, they were kind of like a little skeptical about like supporting me, but it's not because they're bad people. It's just like, I had let them down a couple of times already. So, I had to like earn their, those stripes, and my family, I went from construction into photography. So to them, it's like, let's see what you could do. And it took me a couple of years to convince them. Now they're kind of like understanding. They support me more now, for sure.
Perfect. And we got another fun question.
Fun question.
So, since you guys both do a lot of like know a lot of models and everything, top 3 countries of the most beautiful women, who would you say?
Oh my God.
Nicole, you can't say Chile, and Tdot, you can't say Honduras.
This is a trap.
Man.
What?
Maybe Colombia in there. I
Okay.
think Colombian women are
Don't
beautiful.
feel obligated, but thank you.
You took one of my picks.
Top 3, top 3.
Okay, well then one of our top picks is Colombia. What's the other 2? I can't say my own.
Is there a country that has all the Latinas in there?
I
Like
feel
from every
like all
different country?
Latinas are beautiful. That's a trick question there.
well,
Okay, that's fine. If you guys
We'll
want to answer like
find
that, that's
beauty-
cool.
We'll find beauty
Yeah.
in
I'm gonna go with that answer.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Plead the 5th. Claudia, we have a question in the chat.
Yeah, so Tdot Cam, clearly upon creeping your Instagram page, you have a lot of beautiful women that are half naked, if not naked. So my question is, first of all, are you married or do you have a girlfriend?
The
Not
trick
trying to ma- I'm
questions
not-
keep
I'm
coming.
Not, I'm not trying to make it
Okay.
awkward. I'm just asking.
Yeah. Oh my God, it got so hot in this room.
Okay, never mind. Never mind. Scratch that.
Well, no, I'm not married. I'm single. you know.
Okay. So my question is, how do you deal with that? How do you handle being on set with half naked women?
The thing about women, from what I understand, is even if a guy's trying not to look, you guys have like this sixth sense. You'll know if a guy's like checking you out. So I try to be as professional as I can and make the girl feel really comfortable, because at the end of the day, I don't see it as like there's a girl like in a bikini in front of me. It's like she's a client. At the end of the day, she's paying for the services. So I treat them as professional as I can. And at the end of the day, we live in I work in an industry that's like plagued by a bunch of like creepy photographers. So I have to deal with that every time. And I don't even do photography. I don't do photo shoots with just like me and the model. There's always either Nicole's there with me or I have a team there with me.
To chime in, he's very professional on set.
Yeah, I don't.
I've been on there. He's super professional. Like, no, all the models, even when I've sent them by themselves, they always feedback that they were super professional.
And it's a compliment though when girls tell me that I felt so comfortable with you. I will definitely hire you for another shoot. So, perfect. Wait, can you put that ding noise? Ding ding ding.
We should have attached like a heartbeat thing, like. Doot, doot,
I
doot,
know. For that question, that was a tough one.
Okay, perfect. And also the other question is, what is the works, Nicole, for you in the next 3 years?
Next 3 years, definitely with my business, I'm trying to expand. I'm trying to get into classes and teaching. With Phoenix, hopefully expanding more also, more bigger gigs, doing makeup for people on set, continuing my work. Just expanding my business as much as I can, because obviously I want to do bigger and better things.
Perfect. And someone's asking, do you provide private makeup lessons?
I do. Actually, if you follow my beauty page, I'll be posting classes within the next few months, one-on-ones, privates, and group trainings. So be on the lookout for that.
Tdot, have you ever gotten nervous in front of it could be an artist in general or like a model, where you're like, oh shoot, like did you ever freeze?
With models, I don't get nervous. It's just more of like, I hope she likes the photos, like type of thing. With artists, it's weird. It's all mentally. Like if I'm a big fan of the artist, I'm not gonna lie, I will get nervous and I'll start stuttering. But I'll just, I try to block it as much as I can. 3 tequila shots.
1 tequila, 2 tequila.
It does the work.
What celebs do you guys want to work with, like that you haven't worked with yet? So top 3 for each of you.
Oh, fuck. That's hard.
Tdot can go first.
I would say DiCaprio. I would like to do a photo shoot with DiCaprio. This is model from Miami called Giovanna Ventura.
Your eyes kind of glowed there. Is there a reason?
Yeah. Because I just remember when I met her in Miami and I was
He's
like,
talked about it a few
You
times.
froze. That was the one you froze at.
You had a starstruck moment.
Shout out Giovanna Ventura.
I love you, baby.
Dead.
Nicole, what about you?
I don't know. I've always wanted to work with celebrities, but now that I've gone more into the business side of things and like seen both sides, I feel like I want to focus more on like the business side of things. But I've worked with celebrities on set. I've worked with big artists, and it's been.
You work with Andres.
I worked with Andres. No, even early in my career, like I've done videos for like not actually done makeup for these artists, but been on set for like Drake and Belly, even The Weeknd before they blew up. So it's cool, but I still want to focus now more on my business side now that I have my store and all that.
Perfect. Claudia, we have a question in chat.
Yeah. So, in the last interview that you did, you were mentioning how you were colorblind, which I thought was really interesting, considering that you are a photographer / director, and you're obviously successful at what you do. Do you feel like maybe it's a blessing in disguise, the fact that you are colorblind, that maybe you see the world more beautifully than us regular folks?
God damn.
The reason for your success.
Somebody give her a raise.
There's been times where he posts a picture of like, oh, it's this color. He's like, it is. Like he doesn't know, but it comes out beautiful.
Well, I found out I was colorblind in the difficult way. Like the doctor, I thought whatever I was seeing was normal, but then at work I always get like certain colors wrong, and then I would buy socks thinking they were white. They were actually like light pink, so it was pretty bad. And I remember one time I told my sister, yeah, I bought my niece blue shoes, and they were like purple shoes. So like that's when she started asking me, are you sure you know your colors? And I'm like, yeah. So I did the test, and then it was pretty bad. But I don't think color has nothing to do with like it's all like my vision, right? I mean, if I could do everything black and white, amazing. But I have good friends that are always there with me when I'm editing. I ask Nicole questions. I ask my sister questions. Like, there's been times where I edited a photo and people say, hey, I like the pink on the photo. And I'm like, pink?
Yeah, there's been times where I call you. I'm like, oh, the color is, the photo's this color. You're like, it is?
Yeah,
like,
and
yeah.
there's actually a true funny story. I was doing a photo shoot for J Balvin before his show in Detroit. And his photographer thought it would be funny to tell J Balvin, hey, by the way, this guy's colorblind. And at the time, J Balvin had like yellow hair. I don't even know what color it was. And J Balvin was really insecure at that point when I was taking his photos. He's like, yo, don't make sure I don't look all yellow or green, you know? And it was pretty bad, yeah.
That was a bad joke to tell.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like don't even tell people.
Don't tell people that.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep it an inside secret.
All right, what do you guys got planned for the future, Tdot? For like the next, your birthday's coming up, no?
Yes,
Ooh.
October. Oh, the big 35.
It's a problem.
My birthdays have been a problem. Technically, I'm 34 because last year didn't count, you know?
I mean, COVID with COVID.
It didn't count.
The way COVID works.
Totally didn't count, dude.
Totally. Frick,
But
man.
this year.
I actually don't even know what I'm doing this year yet, but stay tuned. I will figure something out. And my future goals would be maybe like 6 kids, a wife, and a pool. I'm joking.
This guy said 6 kids.
No, honestly, just working, just like doing better videos, bigger budgets, working with more artists, traveling more. Hopefully, somebody makes like a travel door where you don't have to use planes no more. You just land in the United
Teleportation?
States. Yeah, teleportation.
Bigger things.
Yeah.
Traveling.
What about you, Nicole? What do you got planned for the next couple months or next year?
Next couple months, definitely the training I was talking about, and hopefully doing more shoots too. Even for myself, working. Tdot's always pushing me to do shoots, personal shoots for my own exposure. I've done some shoots with him, so I can attest that he's professional on set.
There you go. Claudia, we have a question in chat.
Yeah, so we have a question from Peter_T76. What's your most proudest shoot to date? I guess it's for both of you.
Proudest shoot.
Okay, I'll go first. When I shot Anuel in Puerto Rico, and when I was able to shoot the Weekend music video with French Montana in New York, that was probably one of my highlights because I was a big fan of these artists, and the fact that I got to work with them was just a dream come true.
My biggest shoot. My career's been so long.
You can see the one with me.
Yeah, I mean, no, honestly, the shoots that we've been doing have I feel like they've been different because now I'm at a different point in my career and we take things much more serious, and this is our shoot versus me being on someone's set. So I mean, what was our biggest shoot? The Sancocho video. I think
That's pretty big.
like more serious like production.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant like photography wise, but
Photography wise, okay. Photography wise, I guess my biggest shoot would be my own. That was me stepping out the box. Stepping out the box, and Tdot was the first one to shoot that. So.
And Tdot, question
Yeah.
for you: what would you say is the photo shoot that launched your career to meet bigger artists?
I shot this Puerto Rican artist in Toronto. Shout out Charlie. Keep saying, "Oh, you never credit me, bro." Shout out Charlie Moet.
now.
Here's your credit,
the
Here's
credit now.
Charlie.
their credit, Charlie.
You're not even watching, but here's your credit.
But I shot. I took like 5 photos of Jody Boy at the time. He was like a really good popping artist in the city. And when I gave those photos to him, he's like, "Bro, these are sick. What are you doing this weekend? Next weekend, I want to fly you out to New York." So I was like, "I'm free." So that, I guess, when I went to New York and he posted me as like, "Everybody follow my photographer," that's when a bunch of artists from Puerto Rico started following me, which led to when I was in Puerto Rico, Pepe Quintana, who's like a big producer in Puerto Rico, DMing me saying, "Hey, bro, are you in Puerto Rico? Because I saw your post on Jody's page, and I want to hire you." And that just opened. It's like a domino effect.
There you
Blew
go.
up.
And what would you say was your Gillette turning point, Nicole, for your career?
My career, in my early stages, were all those artists that I mentioned earlier. Working with them and then connecting with people. Networking was my biggest thing back then, because back then social media wasn't as big as it is now. So networking back then, meeting all the people that I know now, kind of connected me into the industry that I've been in. And now I'm more into the bridal side of things. That's what makes me more money. But I pretty much dabbled into every side of the makeup industry. So 9 years in it, I've touched every avenue, and I think I'll keep touching more. But teaching is my biggest thing now. I want to teach my skills to other people and help them make careers out of it.
Wicked.
I'm gonna hire you for my wedding.
Totally, dude. I'll do your makeup too.
Don't hold your breath.
Well, according to Bunlo, I do my eyebrows. Like she swears I do my eyebrows. So like
They're
They're just
naturally-
perfect. He's hating.
he's such a hater. Yeah.
Naturally amazing. We have a question, but I'm not sure if you guys can answer this. But who is the most maintenance artist you've worked with? High maintenance. Who is the most high maintenance artist you've worked with?
I haven't worked with many. You can answer
I would say Enrique Iglesias. That
that. He seems like a diva.
I don't know about him being a diva, but a lot of artists, every artist has different rules for their photos for their concerts. Enrique Iglesias has a rule, at least the one they gave us that day for that tour. We were only allowed to shoot from far away, and we were only allowed to shoot the first 15 seconds of each song for the first 3 songs. So that, it's pretty limited.
A lot of rules.
Yeah, a lot of rules.
That sucks.
But I heard Taylor Swift is worse.
Really?
Like if you break some of the rules, they'll take your memory card. They're
What?
Like,
What?
Holy.
yeah. Because you sign a contract saying.
Yeah.
you know?
That's crazy though.
That's super wild.
It's crazy how these
So
artists.
Enrique Iglesias, shout out Enrique Iglesias.
My boy, my diva boy.
I'm dead.
I don't know if he's a diva, but like those
Totally,
are just the rules they give us,
Totally diva. You can say it, Tito. It's fine. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here. Any final thoughts you want to share with the good people out there?
No.
Just
It's a pleasure being here.
Just drink lots of tequila.
Oh, last question actually, and I forgot to ask today. What would you tell yourself 5 years ago
5 years ago, what I would have told myself.
if you could go back in time and tell yourself something?
I would tell myself continue to stay focused, because sometimes you get distractions in life, but you gotta always focus on what your goals are. Keep going.
I would just say like stop overthinking stuff
Yeah.
and just do
Just
them
go for it.
and stay away from McDonald's.
Like that's worked.
Yeah.
That's worked
That
out.
would never work.
poison.
Y'all order from Last Catering. Better.
There you go. That's getting more natural. And what would you ask yourself 5 years in the future?
Ask myself 5 years in the future. I would ask myself, fuck, that's a hard one. I don't know.
Would you want to ask yourself anything like in the future?
Like,
You
bitch,
could answer no.
Are you getting money
if you don't want to know
still?
anything.
Like,
He's like, hey, did you get with this girl? No, I'm joking.
Snaps.
I just want to make sure 5 years from now that I've done what I said I was gonna do. So accomplishing everything that have in store for myself and actually getting it done. So that's what I would hope for myself in 5 years.
Okay.
I don't want to look back and be like, I didn't do this. We
And last question. Did you guys prepare any questions for me or no?
were supposed to.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
Actually, wait. What's your favorite part about working with us?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good
yeah,
one.
no?
What is
Jonah,
your
cut the
favorite?
stream. That's all for
That's
today,
a
folks.
good
Thank you so
one.
much for joining. See you guys next week, next Tuesday.
What would be the answer?
As much as I grow gray hair that it can't be seen.
You know
yet,
you love
but,
us.
no, it's like family, right? I think that's the best. I think Nicole said it best. Like when you work with certain people and it doesn't feel like work, that's the best part
It
about
just
it.
flows. It's like going with the flow, but like professional environment.
Like that first shoot we did, that first big shoot we did with Sancocho Remix.
Mm-hmm.
Like me and Tdot looked back to them, and we're like, what the fuck did we just do? Like that in a good way,
Like,
right?
that
We're
was a
like,
good,
it
yeah.
flowed like we were freaking some big time.
I like that
production
we
company.
can all give each other advice and feedback and like grow as a team together with it. Like
Amen.
we'll be like, you know what, we need to improve in this part. Next time we'll do this better, and then our shoots just get better and better. Even just throwing ideas when we're not together.
I think that's the best part. Especially it's always great because I've worked in shitty environments. Like I've had tons of
Like we all
jobs when I
have.
was younger, and we've all have. And when it doesn't feel like work, I think that's the best part.
But that's so true though. There's been times where like we don't even say, hey, let's meet up to talk about work. We just say, yo, let's go chill. And as we're even though we're chilling,
We're throwing ideas,
we're
like we're like just flowing with each other's like energy.
Yeah, me and Tdot meet, and we have like a checklist of like stuff we got to talk about
For sure.
all the time.
Yeah, but sometimes you need to stay on track, right? Because at the end of the day, like that's how we separate the friendship and the business. Also,
Exactly.
keeping each other in check with things.
There you go. Everybody go follow phx.pro. Everybody go follow Tdot Cam. Nicole Alvarez Beauty as well.
Twisted Beauty also.
Twisted Beauty as well. Special shout out to Sneaks Around for being on our show today. Last Call Catering. And tune in next week. Same time, same place. Hopefully Jonah will be on time next week. He just gave me the finger,
Y'all
but you guys
tune
can't see
in
him.
next week. Keep
So
tuning
tune in next week,
Shout out
Tuesday, 9
Gringo,
p.m.
Latino Talks.
Tell your tia, tell your abuela, tell your neighbor, tell la vecina.
Hide your kids.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. Actually, they can watch this.
Actually, no, they can watch.
But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today, and we'll see you next week, next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Gringo Latino Talks.
Peace, y'all.
we're good.
You cut the mic? I knew he was gonna say something funny.
Yo, let's meet you right there, bro.
Wait, I want to get this.
Oh my god, I'm gonna steal one of those sandwiches.